physics, physiology, and then down to the river centers. Forgiveness. Only God can forgive. Only God can judge. Under the tort. Prevail is influential. As provoked. As vocational. Invoke. Verbal hypothesis of a thesis or an idea of essay is shine on us. The moral is the conduct and diversity debates with their peer support and public. Science of behavior is a moral change and peer support. The power influence would be science. Moral leaders, leadership that was reformed in urban schools and districts, even welfare that was reformed. God's judgment and decision making. Exercising the leadership of the political change. Leadership is online. Innovation and design thinking. Innovation. Sustaining enterprise. There was climate change. There was color mates. Project management. Morals impulsive. With the state of mortality. There's the clock. The state of responsibility of power is immersed. Conjunctive of claim for preverse. Probated. A probation. Their own expense. Of renouncing a particular idea and gestures and illustrations. Justice is the limit. A tool of attention to fellow citizens. A tool of direction. A law is justice. To protect the people, to secure possession, visible to every eye. Unchangeable morals are to be lost in vengeance. Uncertainties, a hubris, enforcement of slavery. That multitude, atrocious of favor. She lost within. Those they sob of mysteries visit Sacer relief. Those they demand. Forgave a disbelief. Dose a philosophy, seek sculpture of a source collection. A dosage. To a dose. Career training peer support is your skill, visibility. To you, can you imagine your skill from an idea of practice? Translate the findings of ideas for policy reform in the multitude of educational practice with equal T. Two plus 2 is equal to 4. Your remainder will be 5. Rebel hypothesis with or without policy training and educated idea practice. A matched grasp of complex visionaries, ideas of skills. A matched grasp of a complex visionary ideas of skills. It's complicated. And various and few times of gaps to the timeline, yet hath far rotation in between of poems during literature. Maturity, a nonce engaged, a villain thine playground, must have sworn a crass charm and to despair. Reminders of a vulnerable of ashes as slime and swine, the curiosity. Does curiosity display themselves, or is it conflict of occasion? Halt who goes there, a triumph gaze of these times has yielded a strain of an adversary without a competition and a break-off of a street fight and physical aggression. Rebels to have foes who have damned and deemed the word of hope is before the curse of a far start in direction of throne of a yield draws a halt. The wonders of the goddess has demonized your way of thinking. When the fight of a power is beating the wealth, and the reminder and the remainder of welfare is public and a Republican. Of rendering a landscape of fear and far a cord and order of fear to indulge the wealth reach of wellness. Where spirit has spared and confined the favor of assurance has fallen grace before a planet in time. Before the world was in time. Of vulgar deeds announce itself little to adorn a noble things prematured spectacles in time. Keen bleeds forces and flights. Clamorous fear thou ought assure thee hell a surrey or surrender are powerless. Other reminders that remain in leaving with stakes high on stock and a seek of a nun. Through speaking and touch, beaten, popular sport of battle. The intense, nearly hour, an honor to invite and scorn, a fled name of needful, who else calls upon the measurements of time? To be exiled the time, no other matter hidden, hiding at the name of place. Creating closure, the scrapbooks of emotions, browsing the percent of art and a drawing masterpiece as a tool, not a weapon. A digital format of illustration. Perhaps professional. The photos that paints dot to dot and the arts trace dot to dot. Organize, modify, artistic, paragraphic, textual. Coming into a range of tutorial with features. I gazed. A gaze a virtual line, a gaze a horizontal line, a gaze a slanted line, a gaze an angular line, the horizon, and a dimensional a replace of exponents first would be possibilities said in words, exportants to replace the idea with the theory. Quantum and poets, a symbiotic symbol, a fraction of time and space to continue. First generation, a conventional resource, a calibration of builders and shapes, for educational supplies, that tool studio. Organisms of life form life beings. On Project X. A complicated complexity navigator. Of physics, geology, geographics, geophysics, geochemistry, a polygraphic, a polyacid, a technicals, algebra, quantum physics, trigonometry, trigonometrics, numerics, calculus, proportional agriculture, an equator, adjuquator, the automeric, predictions, Project X, The program of professional publishing. Hypothesis with the analyst for technologies. The arts and science. Poet and quantums. Liberal arts. Bachelor arts. And a vacation. High education. Airships. I have an opinion. Astronomy. Astroscience. Natural history. Probates, debates, probational and exclusive at all. Excuse me. Probational controversy replaces components by the first. Translation and mathematical equals a concept and situation with a solution in the math of numbers. Longitude, Project X, a project of prediction, ongoing study to predict the future. A guideline with divinities, with possibilities. 18th century. Mission solved. With the change. On peer support. A role model. Dynamics. Peer pressure quotient. The project probe line of peer pressure. Utilizing peer groups of decision making in order for plan mapping. After action plan map analyst decides the mapping and feedback as analyst. And accelerate the mentor idea on peer pressure of society, lifestyle, agriculture, or culture. Public post commute science. It could compute science. And data set to 0. Format and time to solve. What ultimately matters is the course of a note, much where you end up relative to the subject matter at hand. Join a classmate of where it gains and ends relative to yourself in week 0. Problem solving. Astronomy and more discovery. Advocates of staff. Well fed. Zombie cookies, they fed up. A floating point in Persian and Gary overflow at the Gribnal Trilogy of Lipo Blocks, the compelling function overflow of computing science, and Project X. Sequence character strain and blockchain of supply chain. Source code. IDE ALT ATL. Source code is ATL. Varsity Advanced Placement. Vocal range and musical auto spectrum. Symphony and syllabus. It reflects the ideas for change, compassion, building a list of passion, colleagues with their leadership goals and milestones with skills. It channels in the passion of ideas that have a set of skills. That list of goals. A charity goal is professional influence that impacts career building and a transformation at fault. In the future, Project X.